After all these things, shade ebano. Yeah, pako for na kata nyoma so. Mama ko benim. Now, mama chama dia foforo bi. Shadio. See NPP, how unstable they are. Bako say NDC 24-hour economy policy is a photocopy of former President Akufo-Addo's Ghana Beyond Aid. Boy, we Dennis Miracle Aboagye. First, now we say Aboagye dini edin bi anka. Ba ye pobi manako kasa de nimunya be Aboagye ntumi fa bibia mba. He? Me ka kire bo asa Bawumia a relegated man kan kire bo. Mahamudu Bawumia campaign obo yi ne sinchen, omo yi akwa we sinchen. They made them understand, say, boy, we say Bawumia campaign. When was the last time you saw him speak as the person heading Bawumia's campaign communication? I told you, they know, say, he's a criminal. Or pocketing over $4 million election 2024 in the name, say, communication will go down. Bawumia friend Busan went to mama answer. And now Osani obi a pre or bahu Bawumia team no of answer. Okudi obi any action. This guy, your friend Dennis Aboagye. Now, Tiasembia will be in an oka. Or say, 24-hour economy now, these same people who some say they should define it. Mokai say, NDC for raising 24-hour economy. First time. These people said, there's nothing like 24-hour economy. Mokai. And now, Bozigi Jimmy Nuko Jina Srim. Or yeah, concert. Manfoka said, Nana Juni Jumana. Mokai. Chema won't be Betty Bawumia. Omko Jina 24-hour economy. Jimmy Omuka Krafe. Omuniba Omoso. They stop talking about 24-hour economy. And then the idea chinya. Miracle Aboagye. And I could for no DC ya pamono for corruption. Ya pamono. Ya man dismissal letter. This guy could not serve over 6 months. This boy today, this guy, he wants to lie to everybody because when he Makacham say, MPP for Yamu Bawumia or a cash cow. Sir, I can follow more parts, Bawumia so a 10 answer. Until they are using him to make money. And this boy, even though no Bawumia are relegated in a channel, he is still finding ways and means to make money. It's right now on a my SK, forum, program. Mokai say, yes, and I saw some question stages say, and the which Mokai, remember me, in Confobina and small boys, some say. Akufo-Addo and the free SHS aba we mu de omo school Akufo-Addo abo omo later sanko for baka just say it was a lie no. They are doing the same thing. But let's concentrate on this. Aboagye nye die betumi tumi abafi Aboagye. Ya Aboagye. Now tie. Aboagye de say abo no ne agye. Enti wo po bi okuta din emu odu ekobedu okwa akwaje tumi aba o say Aboagye. Now Aboagye kasa o say 24-hour economy no. In fact, sa policy idea na John Mahama na NDC de bae no eye Akufo-Addo Ghana Beyond Aid me say we mu omabodam me say NPP for 90% are insane right now. They don't know where to pick it from. Aboagye say and there okache Ghana for say 24-hour economy na almost say enye adwuma and so called passport officer. And the whole Ghana, your passport centers for Ghana, 24-hour economy. No. And the Oko Temaporta, 24-hour economy. 2 o'clock, Oko Porta to my clear car. And the Oko DVLA, 2 a.m. Ube to me Akoya Edian with Juma. There are so many agencies and organizations and government institutions. They are working 24 hours. Passport office. So this is the same MPPR. For some time now, now 24-hour economy anyway, 24-hour economy. Now say 24-hour economy anyway. How do you know say it was born out of a Ghana Beyond Aid? Now what is Ghana Beyond Aid and what is 24-hour economy? Ghana Beyond Aid is simple. Yanko Bobby Siabium, Yanya be kreti njuma near the sika aye juma. How is Ghana Beyond Aid the same as 24-hour economy? But in the first place, you people never acknowledge 24-hour economy. Krampo say, so, sir, if you don't acknowledge 24-hour economy, the idea, how are you able to equate it to Ghana Beyond Aid? Actually, with Jimmy. Now, the same MPP, look, Mustapha Salam, 24-hour economy, a scam. Now, I split these two stories. Now, Aboagye said, 24-hour economy, no, and one Ghana Beyond 8. Ono ena oye MPP for Bawumia ex Bawumia Kasama for Mustapha Salam. Ono na national youth organizer. Ono say meso be MPP ni 24-hour economy no enya no kre. Intesi an yenya modeng. The people are naturally foolish. Menkwa 24-hour economy ba ko say Ghana Beyond 8. Party ba kumo. Another person so ba when we are executives so ono said abi 24-hour economy nankasa ye scam. Now how can you tell me say idea near Ghana Beyond 8 a mama idea? Then you tell me say the same idea and a scam. So you want to tell us say Ekufuado ka Ghana Beyond 8 region na a scam. You people are stupid. These are the people. Aboagye ne kwateboto. Some me jimi for me. So mu dwan ba ko. And Aboagye kotra ne egu nani ase. This is what they want us to believe. This is their politics. This is the MPP. And this is what they want us to all come around and say, yes, inti yankotoma Bawumia. When yankotoma Bawumia, no, this is what they want us to look at. When I'm say yes, oh, nice. Oh, inti Ghana Beyond 8, no, and 24-hour economy. Hey, sign this is what dear. Na 24-hour economy cross as I scam. Say, see, what? Or say, we are vegetarian. We the papa kuya also we take it tail. Inti your day, we are Bawumia, we are American Muslim. We are Bawumia. 24-hour economy and one Ghana Beyond 8. 24-hour economy is a scam. And there's a siana we are Bawumia na we American Muslims. Mo you preko siana. Mo you preko so mo num preko ngwan. And people had to say more than American Muslims Mo you preko and so mo num preko ngwan. 24-hour economy is Ghana Beyond 8. And the same Ghana Beyond 8 and 24-hour economy is a scam. Mo you preko and so mo num preko ngwan. I am bottom. You still don't understand the Ghana we are in. You people still think, say, yeah, that who want to me kind of Ghana politics, 1992 politics. But you said that who Insha FM kind of Ghana politics. Yeah, that who Hello FM kind of Ghana politics. Okay, that be all. No master sound. You see a man for to be king can't change the mo. You see, no, sa politics now. Yeah, me media me what me. Media me what me na first no me koto ayeyi anka me fa anka na fa 300 and then ansen me ko fa anka 600 hey what boredom ko pass aso ko du anka media me tiase sa mo politics tantan na mo ye no ye de ye ho chiri yo se sia na me fa force na sia force yi o na ho kronkro we use ho sa apetu pre force no first nansen na me kotwa na nipa gina so ene de betwa force na ofui atade a nipa a wawu hye o de ba yento a enso fa so ebufo me bu be nanka we you na ho a kire se sika na wunya ye no wo mfa so na wunya ye no wan fa nkotopɔ kre ansra mo bodam a create kind of politics na no mo da hu you MPP yentiasio first no ne afa nyoma me see me ko fe buru ye gina so be heketia ye toni nyina na nsia mo me de ba eguo ne ho nkase ne ni achi ntoturo ye ndie hwe ne ho championfie o hwe ne nan esi fom ai se onante atachem ye ntiasie ye go fa force ba abuofunu ngwa don force Ghana omo politics no say ya no mo ye no we mu a
akuecha metetafo na me baton fish ewo asafo market ya me be wan wo hwe me da bia no pa me so dia wo yem tema me awia ne ama me eto afufu awime so ne asebo me efiri se dum so ba me ba no fish adaka duasa ne akoto agu kwa eti na me ba no wonya sika ma me na me de adidi efira no pa me ba me ni di yo eno ani bodo se hwan ana me du ha no mato bi die me ba nya sika ma me wo bo se ante se di adwuma no nya dum so abro wa de me na ye nyira firi dum so me tiasi me de me sumu ho ne mu ya ansa me da fom birim mama adai adia ne aye maya wa abro wanti wo ma me wanti se me a mama mi huna ma ni sei me te mi we demonstration na me kon ma kwa kama sam so a kire mama no hu me mabo na dum so wonya na me be ti me tan fishi wonya sika mata di ane adi ana ma ba bibia ne be se NDC fo na sei MPP fo sei na ndi wo mama MPP fo no ne se ne kura nyina ya MPP de wa mo beka ana nkrofo yo de ane kura nyina MPP me bat yes baby di e to boy ngomo di anuma ko bu agu ni pa ko na mu bu ya wa de wa aboa what one na die obi abu agu wa nya demonstration bibi a mo se MP before na ye de say ne ye woni pa o mo woni pa che mo di a ene bibi a mo se MP before na ye de say ne ye woni pa o mo woni pa che mo di a ene bibi a mo se MP before na ye de say ne ye woni pa o mo woni pa che mo di a ene afa mu nsore so bibi a mo se MP before na ye de say ne ye woni pa o mo woni pa che mo di a ene afa mu nsore so ndi mama se wontimi a wo nya bon eno ase me na me ka ye so me boa no onya
Diomu ya ni o communication director na huni san we dey abrewa oh we dey abrewa ontimi ntimi kinkan or static case from Kejetia or the Roma could do Sodom and Gomorrah and be Pierre Jubilee House Satan Muhammad president wemo ya position or more position vital vintage positions uni san we dey abrewa hwenim enjobe ube not wo campaign women organizer Santasi area. Oh, so what is it, Jimmy? O tie from an passes. Oh. Hey, Mahama idiot. No, I download it. Or to piece FM home, or to okay FM home, or downloading Kwasi Asama. Oh, but there's someone can be hey, Mahama idiot. Hey, Mahama idiot. Mahama idiot. Oh, there for Mike Kotiano. About the GBC now, Obusa question. Jandam. And this is the kind of Jandam they did from 1992. Yanyashi, JJ Rollins, no for Suno Kunipa, Rollins has no atakwa, Rollins Bakuno Jinankrai, Rollins no change Jesus 30,000 times, or Kumasu no Kunipa, or Takwa no Kunipa, Rollins Bakuno Jina Srim, Rollins Bakujina Kra, Rollins there, Yantias and Obecha Yempre, Nansiana, J. Ekufo, Otu said Nanamedo Piao, Otu Foko J. Ekufo. Number fokana omudi asem sire kakra ena otum focus we de mamenka no krenche me nananom na me nananom no bi agimi ena otum fo mo history kakra ka se mo nananom na omo wia bia sie kalabule time na omo wia bia omo wia nsa ne sie ena soja fo be chi omo no ka adentina omo wia nsa sie ne twa omo chi ntimo ankasa mo nananom na omo ye kalabule fo otum fo ne kofo ne kan ye e okofo fie video no mabo a kire woda wanhwem kwakọ hwa abro wo ya mkwakọ yi abro sisi a ya papa otumfo nana me do wo de no kure de nana de no kure de eni tina me se me protect the lower king no wa ha no ba ne de me protect nana me nso otumfo kan no kure pempen okufofie o se ye nananom kuma se imbra eye soja ban ba ye adekudie ntia ne ye twa nananom bi ekiri omu nyina ye de kalabulefo na ensa omu wia ntoa de ko hye dem ese mo nananom no mu wia nsa ya kan hye jeje Rollins ti Rollins obeku ya ma memo onku obia Rollins ni soja for na kromfo no mutata wo member video ni njiro ana no so beka se medidi otumfo atem nana do me na me so be do no nana kan okura metim otumfo otekokọ so onya otwadi ampokwa me ne asase ye abosom omontonkom na nyini che me da wase sa odi sa history no eto ye papa kofo fie ho ose mo nana kwa amiango kwa amiamo samre no na soja ban Mr. S pull it for me oh ila lao ose mo nananom kumase satani esusa ne esusa ne esuma me yekoto kele ule ni ade ye hu se ye bo ye maamenom sana ye maamenom no mo wia ntoa bia mo wia bia kosie ne wia bia yetumi wia bia sie ko hye dem na soja fo hwehwe bia to ye nya bi nto mo nananom wia bia wia nsa na wo pe bibia wia ko heaven a wo sa wia nsa enya me kwasa hisu na menim kanya otumfo na kan ka menim. Alright, moment to aso. Enchechiremu enye se bia meta obi. Asam no de eda hwa na edwudwam. Ebia se na meka no na ebe mo ya wo ya but no kwere na medwudwam no enye ndwudwam enchechiremu no enti na otumfo de do me na me do. Otumfo kwere hwe me enwumre yi e mensualization. Na me do nsam no de mabo ape so. Alright. Mrs. Me team ni say me man 2 seconds no mo fa video ni be kire. Asam eda ho. Otumfo kan okufo fie. Osemo asantefo mo amanyini o munnim history otumfo dem de pen na otumfo asem no o se nipa de wo ye nipa na asa wudi nipa nim a se bi o be protect won kofo na ade ba kwa me de pe otekokko so na pia o me do me de pe otumfo asem no se sasem de da ho beka no kure na odidi akonwa no sa asembia sebio onim se de all kan krampo no etia ono ana konwa kora etia sante a opese ne nchirima ne nananom hu no kore no se ne be ya daachi bi no sebio oni wo no otoa nananom onse do a obetena wo ma na koma to ne yim every say ye de no kore na chichire man enti se okase adenti na odo tumfo adenti na odo tumfo a eye no kore die ene ne no kore ka ene senia opese asante ehu se o se ye de yensema esi abakosem no echichire yaman ye ko enim no saa nyoma bi ye mbre bi a antwa ye no yenye biem ene na mamede pe otumfo asem in this house study. Thank you very much team for bringing the video. Anytime otumfo ka kire asante fo se mo nananom ye nyina ye nananom no time a Rollins ababa kalabule no mo nanam ye kalabule fo efu se ne ye nananom wiansa sie kase Kevin de bia Kevin odipe bia me de enchechiremu mo me enkotie nana me do enwumre wo hwa me mane susumi na so ma me dwodwom nche nananom PZ fo ene South Interest fo no mo hu se ye do ene ye chichire Ghana no otumfo se ditu ena nana ochiremu no mo me enkotie nana sorry wo ho wodwa nana nie
madama nama woni mi isi Africa bra beti o nana Una na de Nzanu Evra Wampana so na soja fo no Rollins by 17 years ago ba ko na kwani jina tude no so so if you for mas sha Africa sanse onya ni East Africa David na o no ko ya ko no sani bi na wa bro hodo nse wo bro wa hodo mo ti sa sani na me mo ko Nzanu Evra Wampana so na soja fo no Rollins by 17 years ago ba ko na kwani jina tude no so so if you for mas sha Africa sanse onya ni East Africa David na o no ko ya ko no sani bi na wa bro hodo nse wo bro hodo mo ti sa sani na me mo
Oto hine nana we de onkwaso nana na ejudwa history ni mato osemo nana nom that time no oma hodo nsegu mpase eno mo yini 11 inte wia obi enu ana gba ena Rollins ne mrantie bra santimemu se ensa ye pa no Ghana ye hunsa no akra briwe ye nsa no pe edu eye enkokọ pe na asa anya se insane ye no one crying akra briwe number 1 Oxford Street ho ne ye no ye se ye famra no obi anya kakra so no minimum na nsa duru nkokọ nsa no efu ataban etutu intina Rollins monti ase se ade ne ye bodwa wa santimemu ye kekeke ya no a ye nya insa enkekeke ya no ye to nkora din kura ne ye nya nsa mbom ketrema so ena Rollins se ne mom yenkwa santimemu ne yenkwohwe wo ma hode nsa no ena na otumfo kotoko hene chirechire no ose mo nana no mo nana your grandfathers and your grandmothers your ancestors no mo hode nsa otumfo so use word no or the justify na asem no o se no mo holding ya ka so obi hodo a we wiesie we wia esie you are holding or yi miensa no da kosie or yi four curtains no da kosie ne trimu pono enye right about 10-2 our Ghana bomi enye show no you call the second stage of the show kotoko hine medo nana na the second stage, NDA. Hey, Kevin Taylor, so dear. Well. MPP here, MPP communicator. I sometimes can't see MPP one about them here. This is an MPP communicator. National security or can national security once a muntie.
1 year assessment for President Mama. The new woman say Ghana your insecurity.
Ade.
Me ade. Obetena konyana so ano o man ko for here ase ewu ya. Ebepem ne.
We no dey say
Mame, what be some question? Me see dia me hu.
One fine, ye nyina ye hu.
Esi Ghana. What's the name of the person 1 year?
It is said, oh, a bad time. Now, only a ba a free more. What they can't sema says, and all the no should come one. Okay,
Million a bear woman. Yeah, you pay the Japanese, the Bua contact, because a dear, you do more contact. You don't believe in Mama is up idea when you are
fast free mono.
Yeah, because a mama and other may have contact. If you need to appropriate what you want. So, a letter commission in the car, what the book neighbor to Uncle said, yes, and you in the public say you pass in the film.
And only were different, but was said there will be
assessment, the assessment. Every woman 1 year. 1 year in the president mama administration no miss down na can security ayi wo go a aduane boy ya dina dan boy ya ni na wo
insecurity
so the government what they are some insecurity am wo na go that be insecurity wo go
China on the time
dan boy ya dina go and so last year
I know when we be a TV station where man go forward. Where communication on the power row. Or Kasagu Mike him now, but now I debate was when a COVID. When I be a BS radio, why when I be beside the way? Communication when on the power no. Waiting and almost sorry, omotata, poyandoro. Almost a case of communicate to me communicate. When omopo, it's when on the convince enemy say Antuma Bawumia, Sadia way. Nenim basa as a Casio watch. Then Castatan time, MPP for Ancasanca Nimuno. Area oka creating no didi girls. Hey, I'm a cocoa radio so. Hey, and a paper fumi kutano. MPP ankasa no nimuno. Intimu Christ ya poison way. Na so we am poison. Where the soldier near ya hono near the na a appetizer way. No ten kasa by heart. We mu no mo beso mo convince mu no. Ne omo message ni we no mo de be power. Na yesori ani akoto abama we mu. Ni asori say akwa we de nyanso de oka ye de tie akoto enti yanto abama Bawumia. O de abama yanto aso. MPP apokai. Now, you enter into the wagon, and the Asamoah ye cast ye become one seven ebini a year. In some bebresi in there. I feel say I will say come one seven. Now, it's about the course so our Parliament, Public Accounts Committee for Asia. Now, the first one we talk about no a way a gigim 1.47 billion 1.470 billion and na a year and the NDC are buying a buy and on wabetia also a platform koko chirichiri mu ho abuofunu meso be chirichiri medium it won say me de nya na wakọ wo de na wakọ chirichiri mu now and the Ghana for tin sem bebrema adani penchen obi aka ne de na die na ekoso yesi MDC for legacy debt energy sector debt yeso ma betua ka bi eda wa bi nsida e na omke kansam mami a wutiem nya botre na medwum ejo mahama na aba na ende through the finance minister ye be hu se eka bia na eda ye energy ye inyirimu nkania ye energy ye nkania sam ene ye petrol sam ye de so ye nkania eka bia na eda ho no ye se ende jo mahama ban in less than 1 year omo tie free wo na ende omo kabrofo bebre wo TV so ni radio so na Kevin Taylor chechire mu kire ye de ehu de ekọ enie ye ka say energy sector debt is simple and I say our energy sector and I say legacy data from Kwame Nkrumah Breso Ghana ye nyina mu nkania ho nsensem no de bia ekada so ni nyina ne say ye de sika ena ye de ma nkania gina so na eba nkania sem wo Ghana from Kwame Nkrumah Breso de bia no aban ba na sebi onipa bi di dwuma ma aban no se ye nyina mu nkania be gina ne na so a o se saa edwumakuo no aban ema mu sika aban abakọ de bia aban bi beba a obefiri so no na ye de ɛyɛ saa enyumakuo ne ka efiri sɛ ba enyinamu nkania anase power generation a Ghana nkoa yakosombo no ene sebio ye gas kakra ewo no entumi ma ye nkania ni nyina so ene tire ofre bibi IPPs, independent power producers. Now saa enkofo no omo ye enyumakuo bi a omo so wo enyinamu nkania omo ankasa ene eto ede fango ede eden ede power saa enyinamu nkania no. Na saa enyinamu nkania na aya na omo ton maye. Enti from tete no yenya eye saa enyumakuo ni bia omo eto nkania kakra de so ye de ye nkania no so ma Ghana nyina ye nya nkania omo de from IPPs no. Now sankofo no omo ne Ghana di adwuma bedi nne aban bi ba na aban mi ka se oh momma ye mon nkania kakra mfa so ye nkania so na ye ma nkania ne nyina ne na so a sika wo se ye de ma omo no ye tue bia ne ejabi enti ema eka no pile over years. 1992 ene to abayi JJ Rawlings koye na kofo baye ekoye na Tamils baye Atamils koye ena Mahama baye ena achichide ne baye ena Mahama ba. Now aban bia ababia ede de sa eka ne bi beka ho enti yebusa ye ho se ebede ne yetumi afiri sa enyiremu nkania ana energy ho eka wem no da be na yebetumi eyi yeti efiri ase. Now ye obibia ye frɛ no eye World Bank guarantee. Now World Bank omude sikebi ebeto ho edum pempenso bi na IPPs no. Let's get me the right word. Edum pempenso bi na IPPs no independent power producers no. Na afa omu ngi Ghana ndibio. De bia mo ba na mabesre ye nkania na ye nyiremu nkania kakra mamo. Yeso fango na ye de to e power ye generators e de nkania na mamo. But mo ba na mokọ muntie sika ni nyina entiesi ya ngi mundi. Enumu ena eye World Bank etwa sika bi to 2015 John Mahama na ye president. Oni World Bank kasa ye say ye pese omo ye ni omo di nsa woso eba ye nkania a omo mai kakra so ye nkania so mai nkania gina so a ye pese omo gi yedi. Sesi omo nyina pese omo kire say ewo se yenye sika bi de to ha omudi omuni beto so sene be ya se ye bo omudien ye bo omu egania ne bi besia na se ye ntua omu betumi age saa sika ne bi enti World Bank $500 million de to ho se John Mahama Jennifer ko to ho sene be ya omu amuni omudi enyiremu nkania nsa wo so no behu se muchi omudi kura sika bi dawa mu betumi de tu omuka enti 2015 ena John Mahama ne World Bank etna ase ena omunya saa sika no over $500 million ena omde beto ho se sesia mo a moma yanyiremu nkania ema yede kan yede hom de echema Ghana no yebede mo ka saa sika no yebetuma yebetumi ayibi na yede tuamoka ene na ma IPPs no independent power producers no enyina ba together se ende ye ne Ghana be ye adwuma enti companies bi to say Car Power, Twin City Energy, Early Power Limited, BXC, Menagia, Salam Asogli, AKSA, and I say AXA, and I say Senate Energy. Sir, IPPs when you na can say okay. Say there, John Mahama who from 2015 says Sikabi daho. Sagana bedi a car, omo to me yisa Sikabi di tia. Now omunyo monfaswa, na fi omasa di omfaswa kwesho. Now what happened? Yadi dimuana 2014-15 dumso from Kofo time akofo kofa eyedie okofa eye asofo ko gina akosombo so monko bompaye na akosombo no engina ne na so na nkane amra no from that time ena dumso yi nani dumso unity from JA Kofo time JA Kofo ntumi anshada entumi ensi another bigger dam bia na say wenya another alternative to akosombo na sebio yenya yenyirem nkane afiri horo de oya ne say ofa asofo so monko akosombo nko bompaye ene the famous akosombo prayer group ne baye na JA Kofo MPP time wenya solution. In fact, in Brabim reading the State of the Nations address chiremo na all catch Ghana for say or kobo or try senko beji sika kakra fi Ivory Coast for ho na odi aye yenyem nkane nanso ne nsa ntumi anka ni nyina na ewom mekenkan ni nyina kire wa ha ye didim na 2013 14 15 dum so yi ni ti den eho ena ekue chamo start demonstration wa santimemu kacha Ghana fo nyina say yankane na enho akwa atwe no John Mahama ena ontumi hwe o man no so ena o ma yakane na akwa atwe saata na kofo aba wentumi asolve yenya de Atamos 1 Atamos started trying to solve that problem. Atamos could not see the day of light. And then the light of day, right? And Atamos here then, and Atamos died. With all due respect, may his soul rest in peace. Atamos una Jomahama baye and a Dumso a pikiye. Now Dumso pikiye no. Jomahama had no option than to make sure say obe solve Dumso no and son with free power. Inti enona a man kofa car power buyer or the another solution or the some gas solutions beka ho a ma yenkane asem no ejina na so. Now ye the demand atam to me edema Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado team stay with me. Ye the to me man Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado. Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado mo eba power no bank guarantee. Thank you very much. Bank guarantee. Nanado Dankwa emobaji to me no. The first thing I'm hearing and say, I'm beto say a kadaho. I'm be who say I will say triaka. I'm be who say I will say IPPs near Diomokano. Ye to me ye juma ye nyam for so near Tiomoka. Dear Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado ye and dear no ye. Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado mo $500 million na bank World Bank de ma ye. Say yam fan tour as guarantee. Nama investors and feel comfortable working with us because say investors no IPPs no who say you will sika bi da yechi na ye bedi omoka ye betuma ko isa sika ni bia ombe comfortable ombenya some confidence in working with us no sa sika na Ekufuado bo beto ye no e na omubebo mu panyan omudi sika ni nyina. In fact sa sika na omobeto ye no omo wire sika no nyina no mudi ye. This is what happened. Enumuna almost started the doom so esie. Sometime almost started the doom so esie no and IPPs started so almost complaining say sia no mon ka no kranchire Ghana for say doom so aba mo boka to mo dada Ghana for say doom so maye. Enumu ne ekobusa na po say sia doom so aba ya yetimi no de na mo ka fa ho na boka kire say on my schedule bia na ye na ya adwene ye say doom so aba and ye na ya problem o kan kwase asem kire o Kumasi rally e wo Kumasi mo kai. Yes, na dum so ginem den. That time na IPPs ni bu ofu efi say e kan na Ekufuado aban di omo no na nka o se omo tumi tua e kan no na IPPs no etumi meet Ghana halfway na omo support ye there with energy. What happened is say sa sika no omo di ye e na omo start ni there IPPs no enya ntokwa emu na omo se omo ko IMF a omo sa ka kire IMF say bosum nan bia no omo to light bill mu sene be ya IMF sika no omo de maye no omo betumi de tue bi eno ntina oko kan sa contract na omo ne IMF sign ye tam omo ko IMF na ehyemu se bosum nan bia no e wo se to nkane mu e wo se to utility bills mu sene be ya IMF betumi nya sika ate ne sika na nsena Jomahama ban ba ya omo ko renegotiate sa terms na aba from kakra and so still e kada ho ho a I was still omutia ekoni kakra. It is $500 million na eye kushina ebema investors confidence to work with us no. Nanado Dankwa Ekufuado na aban omu diska no. Midwom amwati ase. Now Jomahama ni NDC Asaba part 2. Omu di aban mu just 1 year. Eka sen ombe inherit ye. Omu baye na Ghana legacy debt and energy sector debt na eye sen. And intina say government agency, say finance minister, say the presidency, omo release krata. I will say we Ghana ni and now we journalist and now we will be out on TV so radio so church and same one. I will say one kasa din kan tiasie. Na questions also ubusa ansa na waba abontra beka ho nsem. Na momi anko kan eye krata na and the finance minister ede aba abontene abekire Ghana fo nyina say 1.4 billion. Remember, ye ka say energy and I say energy sector debt. Eba yenkania ho nsensam eka yenka say kania no light eye abobo de petrol de ye say yekania ho nsensam ka yeka say energy sector data yenka say akosomo dam debt. We should single out akosomo dam, we should single out Aboagye dam, we should single out one IPP. Say yekeka sa eka ni nyina boma ene fe no Ghana's energy debt. Ghana eka eswaye eba ya nyina mu nkane ho nsem eno na ende aban no eyi nkrata a kyerɛkyerɛ mu ɛyɛ anamo a omotu a ebi nsi the history of Ghana da. Enti from Kwame Nkrumah abreso besi nne eka esoye aban bi ba no aton kakra aban bi ba no aton kakra no aboka oton kakra no aboka aban bi ba otua kakra bi no aboka kese ato aban bi ba otua kakra bi no abonka kese ajomahama ba na abeduru no so no se da bi enya de obeti sika no ho or sabe make sure say e Canada on ne kase na nkasa no obeko sene ebe ya Ghana nyam nkane ho nsensem no begina na so afebɔ enitina for over a year now on say unhudum so e nyoma eye energy minister John Jinapo, the finance minister ato forcing any the John Mahama administration John Mahama nankasa da no nyansa omode e chichire nyoma ama yankinem nkane asem egina na so now and the finance ministry release this statement be say John Mahama Abino etia $1.470 billion out of yeka edaho. Now, sa debt no. Si eka se efie we deka. Na eka na efie we de no. Ya se Mr. Mponsa fie fu etua mo ho ka. Ni eka se Mr. Mponsa ne baba panyini no etua no ho ka different. Tie. Ya eka se Mr. Mponsa, the Mponsa family, they have paid their debts. A trust a kabia na sa efie ne de light bill, water bill, a dear bill. Sa efie ne friend the Amponsa house. Inti sa ukomwa na light bill ni 10 Ghana, water bill 2 Ghana. A dear na se otmitia 8 Ghana water bill nim. Otia 1 Ghana ewo light bill nim. Otia 3 Ghana ewo sa e kano na domo so ni 100 Ghana. Se efie no epia bontina Mr. Edien Mr. Awuku anase Mr. Mponsa epia bontini begina gate na no ka say minimi fie eka ye da ye so ye 1000 Ghana no ye tue mu 80 Ghana Mr. Mponsa ka kire wo say eka bia e wo fie nim whether roofing gates doors kitchen eka na da mo so ne 1000 Ghana omutia 800 Ghana it is a uremu a then you start to select ye here the here answer na ye the fata. Now, Mr. Mponsa ba pia bontin be catch say me part of the Mponsa family na me tua me car. It is different from the Mponsa family paying its debt. The NDC aban aye no Ghana's energy sector debt. Energy sector as a whole no kana edidemu no NDC aban ahwehwe kanum etua emu dodo no. That does not mean to say Ghana energy sector kanim. It means say majority of a car any when you put scale of preference the here and sana the fatano oma hwem etua ne kese na ewom no eno na edi enya for years in its own say aban ne tua 1.47 billion and you ask yourself say den na aban ne tua den pa ne here aban be na aba so a etume take such a decision before and then a John Mahama aban way this decision they have taken is the most extraordinary been seen in the history of the Republic of Ghana da mamen kwana mkonken kan krata na nchiro na menjujum ma hu juma MPPD ye ene ejuma pa aban papa we ye NDC aban eye. Now let's go into the document. Team, stay with me. Now assembly nyina nie I'll go there. Thank you. Now, so tam krata na, in fact, mamim bie krata nim na eye omo swame no enhu de making kan entiase. Now, kan krata na ende eye finance minister, ana finance ministry de ba bontene NDC aban de ba bontene. So unya boto na kan kakra from the beginning unhu de eye de aban aye. Now, mean waste still time nti, I'll just start from the top. Now, caption obiemu Mahama administration pays $1.470 billion to clear energy sector debts and restore World Bank guarantee within first year. Some can World Bank guarantee nichiro. $500 million bina na edaho ema IPPs independent power producers no etumi di juma no because omo de omo ni tu sa sika no so a na omo so ama yengine mu nkania. $500 million le kufu adu mu di ye. Inti IPPs no afe no mu ade mu fo wani nto so ene ndi dwuma eno na John Mahama after the course no nyina no wotumi abetua ayi sa sika ne kura sa akoto ho ma me ndwum okay. Point 1 or say Accra Monday 12 January 2026 the government of Ghana under the leadership of President John Dramani Mahama has decisively resolved the crippling energy sector debt that posed one of the gravest risks to Ghana's financial stability. Almost say ende finance minister catch him say under John Mahama no or how kesiye pa eda Ghana so eye yenyem nkania eka emini ya yakuma etino John Mahama aban eye NDC aban we etu anomon bi a sa anomon no ebi nsi wo Ghana yabakose muda. Point 2. When President Mahama assumed office in January 2025, the energy sector had been pushed to the brink by years of persistent non-payment for gas supplied to the power sector from the offshore Cape 3 Point, that's the OCTP field. Now, as a result, the World Bank partial risk guarantee of $500 million had been completely depleted under the previous administration. Inti John Mahama abandoned by an who say, a year sikana a dawo a year bank guarantee World Bank de maya a year $500 million no. Sa sikana who say, apart from a car na ye jiriegu ho a energy sector debts. Sa $500 million no so na abandon na wo no omo discount. And I'm saying, so we be Ghana sika cry okay. But sika World Bank diabma say yemfan to ho. Na emma omom ne ebedi nsa wo so no iremhye bi sika say okay. We di omo sika bi da ho. Omo di yakakọ mba yi bi etua no. Ma sa che sika na di jo mama say awia ni yiremu che say ni yemu hye jo mama yemu hye no. Etwa ne sunum. Oka say adenti na Ghana baby abedri adenti na manipa ko kakra bi ebetam ye sika esa time bank World Bank sika $500 million edi say a true word bi ne ka depleted a na so oma hwintan oma hwintan sika nim etese akokọ hwete sika no omo ba na etese ahwea e no ma petepete sika no obi tama fum chebi obi tama fum UK obi tama fum Washington DC obi tama fum Somalia oma hwinta sika nim edi apete no and the brony kind of depleted. Now, we go point 3. Point 3 and the press release finance ministry by na miji jomachiro. Point 3 or see the partial risk guarantee, that's the PRG, established in 2015 under the previous NDC government, was a critical safeguard that enabled nearly $8 billion in private sector investment into Ghana's energy sector through the Sankofa gas project. It is $500 million now. Bank of Ghana de John Mahama in 2015 one fan in Sanka Ojato wono. Sa sika ne nko abaye no ema eye IPPs nipa bi de omo sika share Ghana nyirem kanem. In fact sika be $8 billion ena ankorankora bi a omo di omo nkasa dwuma ehun sa sika nti omo di omo sika share Ghana nyirem kasa because omo hu say Ghana fo ani abre. Omo sika bi da wa so omo ndi omo bo hye so a sa sika no betime yibi edeti omo hoka nti ema investors no confidence say omo ne ndi nsa woso nti Judge Mahama in 2015 speaking to the World Bank and getting the $500 million as a guarantee kekeno sitting at our backyard in Ghana no it gave investors amo person be invest ewo ye energy sector no it gave them a confidence about $8 billion was invested into Ghana's energy sector. And so asimesi mo buy no mo ye den they blew the money omo disika ni nyina at a point na yenhu baby asika ni mpo everything was depleted. Remember Renfi Sabrofo no depleted. Omo hwenta mu omo disika na pete adwane. Now yanko enu na menjudwam. Eyen kirekire mu. Also a platform na akọ kirekire mu ho. Ma menjudwam. Point 4. Now tie, it was designed to guarantee payments to the project partners, ENI and Vitol, in the event of payment shortfalls. Its exhaustion represented a serious governance failure that undermined Ghana's international credibility. Into a sense, John Mahama in 2015, added to war $500 million every World Bank one. Now, just for people to have trust that they can invest with us when it comes to our energy sector. Or see no. Into the moment I don't sabeka sasikano, the moment Ekufuado, Bawumia, eya kanofurata mo edi sasikano, ema yetu biye na obiam pese onye be juma. And intina at a point. Now what to say? IPPs, they be how many are buying a problem because there was no bank guarantee. They were owing the IPPs, and at the end of the day, they were disrespecting the IPPs at the same time. And the most crucial thing was they were still lying to the Ghanaian people. And then almost pilot their debt. So almost highlight bills. Remember, some for we are no PDS buyer over $500 million for free. PDS, it was to sustain our energy sector. And the couldn't America for $500 million. The man say PDS no. Now mo pese this as can be be share nyina mu nkanemu. This same Ekufuado and the Bawumia they chopped the PDS sika. America for detectives say there was so much fraud in it. Eno mu Esla Jandam Mahama energy sector levia omu biye no. Sa sika ne dem over $300 million no. Nana do danko Ekufuado mo sa buy no. Sa Esla sika na da no. Omo sa di ni nyina. So these are crazy people. Bawumia, Ekufuado, Gabi, Bamti, these people, they just came in to destroy everything. Esla sika no mudiye, PDS sika no mudiye. Almost sa ebedi bank, World Bank guarantee money $500 million. Omudi saska nina, omu shiti mu. They depleted the account of Ghana energy sector. Inti eka bubro and omudeba to Ghana so. Na diena John Mahama buying ayen in there. And remember, just 1 year in office. I can't 41 years more. Men DNDC for one grow. Me, I will never sell anything bad to you. The way majority of you guys more trust me. Now me trust me. Now me dog Ghana. Now me some dog Ghana no. I will never sell a bad party to you. I will never sell a bad leader to you. I will never sell bad policy to you. And Nintina, I am still telling you, we need the NDC in power for the next 41 years. Now, me and you the academy. Over a year 0.5. Tie. In a clear demonstration of fiscal discipline and responsible leadership, government. Tie. In a clear demonstration of fiscal discipline and responsible leadership, government has, as at 31st December 2025, fully paid $597.15 million, inclusive of interest drawn on the World Bank guarantee. Sa sikana Ekufuado mufadi $500 million no. And who insu ebeka ho na around 97 million. Because sa sikana Bank of Ghana de World Bank de no na enye kekewu. Na sasika no so ehun insimu kakra wo ho a wo se tuamom. But the only thing is na sika no edaho maye nti assure investors say you sika daho. Ekufuado mo be di sika no de John Mahama ban na ye say obeto eka of $500 million ehun sihu over $90 million sika ho. And the men ka say John Mahama ne NDC aban etua sika de tua eka edaso. $500 million plus 97 million. $597 million. And this year buying Atamusika etia. So right now, as we speak, the $500 million back to default. This year no abadaho into the confidence on the part of investors. No, it is high. Now, young queen, still at 0.5. Or say, this achievement has restored the facility in full and reaffirmed Ghana's standing as a credible and reliable partner on the global stage. Into right now, you see, investors are musika share energy who say Ghana saba back. You see, an almost $500 million and over that a yet World Bank guarantee daho. Into me for US. Na mpesa me Ghana government edin sa woso na Ghana government ka say for transformers bra na fa call Kevin Taylor kroma yeodo na mo make sure so mo kan nyina gina so a say government of Ghana be de me kakra minim say they have some money sitting there e also mo yibidi tua meka until it gives the confidence to the investors to be able to come in and work with us. Now yonko enim na me sure the NDC are buying we aye or say 0.6. Between January and December 2025, just last year, January to December, 12 months, no? Between January and December 2025, government, through carefully coordinated policy actions, also settled all outstanding gas invoices owed to ENI Vitol for electricity generation. Almost from 2025 January to 2025, from 2025 January to 2025 December, no. Eka ekufuad mujato ho. Aban no etumi etia gas receipt. You see, gas companies no etoye edi generative power de ma ECG, edi ma Gridco, edi ma enya kanea no. Sa receipt ni nyina aban beto ya na kada ho no. Aban we etumi tua sa kani nyina. ENI ene Vitol fo a na ye di omoka pa akese no. Aban we etumi tua sa eka no. Now, Oko point 7, or say, through prudent financial management, through prudent financial management, adequate budgetary provisions have been secured to sustain timely payment going forward. Now, point 8, government has also held constructive engagement with Tullow Oil and Jubilee Field partners, agreeing on a comprehensive roadmap to guarantee full payment for all gas off-taking. Into right now, no, Amatalo, any oil companies bia sebio omuni di juma ebi wo nsuo ne so a omobo oil ebi so bo gas edeba Ghana no omotimi ni omatena se di nsawo so ama mu nyina agya tum se sia de ye hu se mutua mo ka nyina ma eka motua no be 90% eka nshada nda ho nti omo nyina agya tum se omo be hia aban halfway na sebio nyoma bi kure mu odin no omagum se ne be ya omo betumi ama Ghana ye nka ne asem egina ne na so nti eba gas ka ye de a NDC aban John Mahama aban Forcing Energy Minister John Jinapo omotumi abu adwuma etumi tua saaka no companies ye de omo ka no so aban etuma tam sikapudio etua saa companies no ma menche wade bi de ye interest ni nyina no se tie hwede aban aye se u ready statement na aban de bae na these are IPPs, independent power producers aban etumi etua eka ekufuado mu jato ho Bawumia, de Oforiata, Kennedy Japan, Brandy Champon, car omoboto no. These are the companies that near Diomoka, a buy way to my Tamsika Podio, Etiasa Canina. Companies in car power, na Ghana Diomoka $120 million. John Mahama buying Ato Forson, John Jinapo, Samuel Abu Jinapo, almost say, take your money. Company which say Send Power Generation Company Limited, $59 million. A buying atom sika say Yedemoka Munje. Company which say Twin City Energy, $39.9 million. A buying under John Mahama, Ato Forson, John Jinapo Energy Minister. Oma ye Juma say Munje $39 million near Demokan, almost $40 million. Early Power Limited, na Ghana Diomoka $42 million. Ghana a buying atom Edia Momo. Company which say BXC Company Limited. $10.5 million. Ghana buying John Mahama, Ato Forson, John Jinapo as Energy Minister. Omotuma Bwejuma, Etia Omoka Amomo. Name Menaji Technology, $8.8 million. Omotia Omusika Edia Momo. NDC are buying so as Etia Sanan Asogli Ghana Limited. $54 million. Na ya di togbe afedi kapa $54 million. And the menoka say NDC Abans, thank you for your service. You have helped Ghana at a point you were supposed to pull out. You were making losses, but still stood still to help Ghanaians generate energy for us. Ya dinika $54 million. Ya tamsa sikano etuyama togbe afedi. Oba company be at say AKSA AXA Energy Limited. $30 million. John Mahama buying atam sikano ediamo mo se munje na eka demono moso monfantite moka. Senti anana Senate Energy Limited $30 million. Oma tamsa sika we ediamo mo. Okakani nyina boma $392.8 million. Eka ekufuado mo e pirigu after omudi esla sika omudi PDS sika omudi World Bank guarantee money no sa sika no after eating all that money na sa $392 million we so da ho a omuntia John Mahama ban etia sa eka we nyina. Guys, what you are seeing here is history in the making. It is not a joke. in 1 year. It is not a joke. So you're Ghana Nina and the Oda Home Juni say or CSS NDC are not why you Hey, if this goes on for the next 41 years, Ghana will be better than the UK, which is an island. I am telling you. We need to sustain this. We need to protect. Hey, the Omo Kekane the Omo Jimmy. And Bawumia mo. Sankombe tuma ewe nyina de no manye. We gave Bawumia, Ekufuado, Kene Japan, Brane Champon, Kenti. We gave them 80 years. They could not solve this problem. Mate say, former energy minister, no tell no. Or say, NDC is making noise about 1.4 billion. We also paid 1.4 billion. You paid 1.4 billion, and now we didn't have 500 million World Bank guarantee. No, where was the $500 million? Utia 1.4 billion. The ESLA money you came to meet, where is that money? You paid 1.4 billion. Where is the PDS money? You people talk like you are insane. You are just mentioning figure. You paid $1.4 billion. And what happened to the rest of the monies? The NPP, and this is something we need to protect as a people, as a nation. The NDC in just 12 months, 1 year, you are seeing these numbers. So 1 year. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, Ebin see that. And Ebin soon see that. Because NDC will be in power for 41 years. Actually, Jimmy, and Rebecca say, you know something? You know something? We have to change government. Mama Chro, say Adams, Eka say NPP4 ATR 1.4 billion. Mama Chro idea. The difference between the NDC and the MPP Mama Chro, eh? Say NPP4 say they were also in power. They paid 1.4 billion. And the Menoka say Machro idea bear miensa. 1. NDC ATR the Omotia World Bank guarantee money $500 million in interest become better than $579 million. Omotia meboa. Secondly, almost say tia IPPs, independent power producers, almost say tia omoka, and other responsibilities renegotiating inconformity say talu any ENI for the omoka. So 1.4 million or billion MPP for so mutia they paid only IPPs. I mean, sure, this is it. Oh, say MPP for almost tia a year 1.4 billion. This is their receipt. Now, where the NDC government does PR with everything, or say almost tia 1.4 billion. Now, when you go into the table no the actual Adams on kind of create all that you were seeing there was what IPPs. Independent power producers are and almost say they have paid all the debt. They were lying. They had not paid all the debt. They paid only IPPs. They did not pay the bank guarantee. They did not pay the remaining 907. They did not pay any of that. So when they say they have paid 1.4 billion, it was just paying the IPPs. But we are talking about doing more than IPPs, because it's not just the IPPs in T. When you take the World Bank guarantee in free war, no IPP will work with Ghana. It is the IPP the oka. Now with your IPP no. Now World Bank sikana bema IPP no confidence to work with you no. And I said the investor the confidence to work with you no. When you eat that backbone, when you eat that money, that shows the world to say anybody can come and invest in Ghana, and that World Bank has given us $500 million to guarantee say ya dinipanika ebetia. When you pay IPPs, no IPP will work with you after you have paid them because you don't have any guarantee. What is the probability that after you pay the IPPs 1.4 in 2025, 26, 27, 28, you are going to pay them money? And that when you owe them, how are they going to get their money? Into you stealing the $500 million is a greater harm than anything else. And to say, what for car, udi tu coin, ties nina, dienim, unim se inframa, tie no. Nina loose. Unim say running for just 5 kilometers. Car no come to a standstill. And because the car is new, because every passenger has a seat belt, because you know the car wasn't going to take you to your destination. Unim say 20 gallons the betu do akodu kumase. What to 10 gallons? Car no mono. Obia tenasi. You the driver you know 10 gallons cannot take you to Kumasi. So the best thing to do is to make sure you have 20 gallons. Because the 20 gallons in the bit to me are sure. It's more confidence. They say it does not matter whether you drive 90 kilometers per hour, 20 kilometers per hour, you will still get to your destination. Because 10 gallons, it does not matter whether you drive 110 kilometers per hour, you will still not reach Kumasi because the 10 gallons is made to reach Suhum. And that is the thing Ghanaians are trying to tell MPP say. Decisions now muteki, the decision of even depleting the $500 million, it kills any investor's confidence. Say, Obeba investing in a Ghana energy sector. And it is already the statement from the bank, the finance ministry, almost say, since the introduction of the World Bank guarantee, $500 million, about $8 billion from investors, they have pumped it into our energy sector. Into what happened in 2024, and they say, or 2023, what was the guarantee? Say, if I'm an investor in Israel, I am an investor in Portugal, I want to come to Ghana and invest in your energy. What is the guarantee that there's no guarantee. So the investor in Israel, the investor in America, the investor in Europe will not come. So it means but the NDC government came to heal the wound. How do you heal the wound? Make sure there's a bank guarantee that will give the investor confidence. It will bring in new investors. It will bring in new IPPs. It will bring in new people who have confidence in your energy sector to invest in. For your energy sector to be sustainable, you need investors to put more money in. What is the guarantee that when they bring their money, it is the $500 million? It is only $1.4 million to billion to IPPs. What is the guarantee that the next year, the next 2 years, the next 3 years, the IPPs will be paid? There's no guarantee. But what the NDC government has done today, it means to say these IPPs, they now know, say, if they pump $100 million into our energy sector, there's a $500 million sitting there. If the government even default, still there's money that will be paid to them. And that is what we are talking about. Your Obanyansafo and your Obajimba. The NDC, they are being proactive. They are looking at the solution, the antidote to the problem. And no, it is not about pumping 1.4 billion to IPPs. Now IPPs need 1.4 billion. How are you going to convince them? Because our Saudi BB bait you. How are you going to bait the IPPs? You can only bait the IPPs with the bank guarantee. And you have chopped the bank guarantee. So who is going to come back again? Until you pay the 1.4 billion basically as cosmetics, just to show people, say, mature IPPs. But the IPPs are looking at the long-term measure, the long-term investment. In the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, are you going to just pay me 1.4? How am I going to be no, say, there's a guarantee for me putting in this money, unless you don't want to invite new investors into your energy sector. Into the issue of 1.4 billion NDC Tiano, Edia solve your energy sector problem. It is the biggest story in our history. John Mahamani NDC Adioma Yenebinsi or history muda, and we should not underestimate it. We are Ghana in our Shemia, and Nintina for a long time we have even forgotten Dumso and NPP for Ankasankasa, Omuntumimpo and Kadumso once because it does not exist anymore. And that this government is building a new gas plant. Now, if they are done building the 2 new gas plants, do you know how much money we are going to make? Do you know how much money we are going to make as a nation? Because now we will be able to export enough gas even outside the nation to make more money. That is what we are talking about. And Amin Adams is speaking like an insane man. He's just speaking to the NPP foolish masses because he knows they can't read. They don't understand when they read and they are daft. They are just following a political party like chicken. They don't want to ask vital questions and demand reasonable answers. But we will come here, yabe kinkanya chiro, yabe jujum, amu wo no krena ewo asem ni mu no, and no kreno and media chiro no. Inti adia John Mahama NDC no, in the history of Ghana, e bin sida and e bin sun sida, and we have to make it better. Inti as we speak, $1.470 billion in 1 year. John Mahama at the Bobabaku Eku in Nomabe 20, and that is what we have to believe in. After this short break, we will talk about gold for oil, gold for reserve. Na yama Ghana for so ehu the echo. Jidem.
The MPP of Darocha, Sakiskek, Victor Wusu, Kofi Buzia, Professor Edubuahe, Alajete, J.A. Kufuor, those men of value, those men of integrity, are not what we have today. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers, are just sankwas. I tell you without mincing words, the 5 people who are contesting, wanting to be flag bearers,